Welcome back, True Seeker. Quick follow-up video. It's October 26th, 2017. The big news story, the release of the Kennedy Assassination Files. One of the biggest stories is this Secret Service agent named Clint Hill. And I just want to remind you guys about the history of the Secret Service. The Secret Service was created the same day Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. The same day Lincoln was shot is the day the Secret Service was created. Lincoln, Kennedy, both presidential assassinations. We're going to talk about the language of gematria. Abraham equals 44, just like the word kill. JFK was the 35th president. He was also the 44th term president. Donald Trump's the 45th president, but he's only the 44th person to be president. The first president to die in office died on 4/4, April 4th, William Henry Harrison, 1 month into his term. 44, a number of killing. The word kill itself has gematria of 44. Kill also has gematria of 28. They're saying they released 2,800 documents. Look up the Challenger and Columbia disasters and see how they're both connected to 28. One happened on the 28th. The other one was the 28th mission with the shuttle. And there's a lot more parallels between those two incidents. Covered all in the book, plus a whole lot more. But anyway, Secret Service agent named Clint Hill. Today is Hillary Clinton's birthday. Clint Hill, Hillary Clinton. This is called monumental mocking. This is called wag the dog. This is called make it up as you go, which is what they do every single day in the news. They just make it up as they go. Look at the gematria of Clint Hill. 45, 54, 99, 144. Let me connect all these numbers for you. Dealey Plaza, named after a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. Just like the Zapruder film, made by a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. You see the overlap with Dealey Plaza, 45, 54, and Clint Hill? It's 2017, 54 years after the assassination. JFK equals 54, you see? News by the numbers. With regards to 45, Trump's number 45. 8 presidents have died in office. The next will be the 9th. If you add 1 through 9 together, write it down on a piece of paper. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. 45. 45. And long before this news story came, I've been saying all year, Donald Trump will be the next 9/11. His demise is foreshadowed. They're connecting him to Kennedy and Richard Nixon, who both exited early by the numbers. 1 through death, 1 through a resignation. They're saying Trump could be removed with the 25th Amendment. Remember, Trump equals 25, so does Pence. It's possible he goes out that way too. Somehow they're going to remove Trump. He's not going to finish. You know, it's all foreshadowed. It couldn't be any more clear. As for the 144 here, JFK killed on the first day of Sagittarius. Sagittarius equals 144. Number of killing all throughout history. 10 days later equals 144. So does April 4th, if you write it out. MLK assassinated on that date. The first president to die in office died on that date. Lincoln wrote in a journal, supposedly, April 4th, 1865, that he dreamed of being assassinated, only to be assassinated 10 days later. Just like Bobby Kennedy gave a speech about gun control in the wake of the Martin Luther King Jr. assassination 10 days before he was shot and killed. At least so we're told. Martin Luther King Jr. killed on 4/4, April 4th. Malcolm X killed on a date with 44 numerology. African American in the septenary cipher, 44. You know? They've coded the numbers of killing all over black people. Black people get murdered by the numbers more than anyone. But people of all races, religions get murdered by the numbers. JFK, the only Catholic president. Catholic equals 35. He was the 35th president. Catholic also equals 46. He was 46 years old. Today has a life lesson number of 46. As for the 99, the United States of America equals 99. When you write out 13, it equals 99. 13 colonies, 13 stripes, 13 stars, the word star 13. Big number for space. Talked about this a lot on my radio show last night. Francis Bacon, who's credited with creating, the colonization scheme, what became the Americas, murdered on the 99th day of the year. Whole lot of 99 with Francis Bacon. Cover it big time in the book. Undeniable what's been going on from the 1600s up to the present. Francis Bacon murdered in 1626. So it's Hillary's birthday, Hillary Clinton, going so nicely with Clint Hill. You know? If you guys haven't seen the film Wag the Dog, by the way, if you haven't seen this film, just stop whatever you're doing right now, turn off this video, and just go find out how to watch Wag the Dog. You don't even need to hear any more of me. You need to watch Wag the Dog 45. You see? That movie, if you haven't seen it, it's about the president sleeping with somebody in the Girl Scouts, you know, which are up to about 12 years old. They call it the Firefly Girls in that. Instead of the Girl Scouts, the Firefly Girls. And so what the movie's about is the president's up for re-election, right? And the news is that he's just slept with a girl who's 12 years old or younger. And his team's like, well, how's he going to become the president again when this is what's in the news, that he's sleeping with, you know, preteens? So somebody, you know, who played by Robert De Niro goes, well, I got just the solution. We're going to create a war, because you can't remove a war president from office, you know? Just like George W. Bush, King George II. Fucking retard. 2 terms. You can't remove him. He's a war president. Who are we at war with? I mean, we bombed ourselves. We created a fictional boogeyman called Al-Qaeda. We're growing poppies and heroin over in Afghanistan that we're now poisoning the people of this nation with. You know? Who did we go to war with? We didn't go to war with anybody. We just went and took over a territory and started growing heroin over there. That's what 9/11 was all about. And we're feeling the consequence of it now. You know, create these fictional wars. You know, create all this debt. Look what they've done to us as a nation. They've taken away our rights. They've made it so that all of our money is going towards war and police and security and cameras to spy on us. You don't see what they're doing? It's so obvious. Most of you are too busy jerking off, watching the rigged sports games. Can't wait to play your video game on your 70-inch TV. Yeah, you know what? That's an illusion. You need to tune into reality. So anyway, check out this movie, Wag the Dog. That movie came out in 97, the year before 98. In that movie, they create a fictional war with Albania. You know where we went to war the next year and a sex scandal broke out with the president? We went to war with the country right next door to Albania, Kosovo, you know? That movie that came out in 97 was about what was going to happen in the news in 98. Sex scandal, war in the same region. And Hollywood had the balls to make a movie about it before it happened. I mean, it's a little bit different. He fucked a Jewish one. Or no, I guess he didn't fuck her. He got a blowjob from this ugly Jew bitch. You know, that's not quite as bad as fucking a 10-year-old, what happens in the movie. But the movie's telling you the truth. You know, they create a fictional war on TV. Well, the movie also tells you some bullshit, too. It makes it seem like the CIA is legit and they're trying to shut this down. No, in real life, the CIA is who carries out this stuff. If you missed my radio show last night and what I revealed about the CIA and conspiracy theory, you need to go back and listen to that radio program. Exposed that in the first 5 minutes of the show. Truth Frequency Radio, Gematria Effect, yours truly. I'm not allowed to cuss on that radio program or it would sound a lot different. I got to keep it clean on there. So for all of you who want the clean presentation, you know, tune into my radio show. There's no cussing on the airwaves. I got to be so kosher. So anyway, October 26th, it's also the day that leaves 66 days left in the year. Let's not forget that his brother was off by the numbers. Robert Kennedy, 66. Sirhan, 66. Dead at 1:44 in the morning. You know? By the way, I've been explaining since the day it happened. Donald Trump, Humpty Dumpty, announced as the 45th president on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall 45. You know, that date can be written 9/11. Look at this. From Trump's birthday to this announcement today is 134 days. I already went nuts with this number in Trump in my book. Make America Great Again equals 134, his bullshit slogan with his little red hat. If you bought one of those hats, you are a fucking moron. Go in your bathtub and pull out the razor blades. You don't need to be breathing. You're an embarrassment to humanity. Do us all a favor. Find some balls, put those razor blades to work. You voted for Trump, go in the bathtub and do the same thing. Get the fuck out of here. In fact, if you voted for any of these fucking losers, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, John McCain, you know, either of the Bushes, any of these fucking losers, go in the bathtub and get it over with, you fucking morons. You can't see what this nation is? These cocksuckers they give us for leaders? Then you're fucking pathetic. You need to be fertilizer. I'm sick of living in a nation of dipshits, who can't see how obviously they're mocked every day, who seem to like to take it up the ass, raising a nation of faggots, too much estrogen in the water, too much bullshit TV. I know what the people of this nation are about, bunch of fucking losers. Conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hat, mom's basement. How about learn some new phrases, you fucking morons? We live in a conspiracy. It's called a Jewish slave state. It's where you live. Christopher Columbus, why you learning about that genocidal maniac? Huh? You know he was a Jew paid for by the Catholic Church? Look at what other numbnut motherfucker they put in the news today. This is from today too, October 26. Words from heaven. The Catholic Church, space, bullshit by the numbers. NASA equals 35 like Catholic. Jesuit Pope, Jesuit President. Washington, D.C. between Virginia and Maryland because it used to be the Catholic colony. Virgin Mary, the Freemasons. They run it. They're in the Catholic Church. They're in government. They're in all religion. You see? Words from heaven. What's that equal? 75 and 78. Jesuit 78, Genesis 78. Look up the NASA reading in 68. NASA supposedly on Christmas Eve, they're up in space reading from the book of Genesis. The ultimate mocking. Genesis says the earth is separated from the heavens, which is space. There's a barrier of water that you cannot get through. NASA, they're up in space and they're reading from Genesis. You don't see this as the ultimate fuck you? Why is NASA reading from Genesis on Christmas Eve? What the fuck's wrong with the people in this nation? Nobody even blinks an eye. Man in a cave. I think the man in the cave did it. Anyway, 75. Here's some good ones. Get on your gematria.com and type this shit in. Catholic Church 75. Order out of chaos 75. You know what else is? Roman Catholicism 75. New World Order 75. Order 75. Papacy. 26, God 26, space 26, Mason 26. The word crusade equals 26. We invaded Afghanistan 26 days after 9/11. Tisha B'Av equals 9/11, the destruction of the two temples. That's back in the day. Babylon sacked the temple. Now look where we went. We went to ancient Babylon and started wars after 9/11. You see? Fuck up their region of the world. Grow some poppies up here. Get everybody addicted to heroin. And people are addicted to heroin. It's fucking sick. I live up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic across the whole nation. This is all by design. Most of these people addicted, I know some of the people addicted. They're the same fucking morons saying conspiracy theorist. Oh, this one guy who got addicted recently in the last 2 years, he used to make fun of my work. These games aren't rigged. Dumb fucking people are who are getting addicted. But still, even the dumb fucking people, as much as I rant and things I say, I still care about them, I'm just speaking with the theory for a reason. So anyway, there's always more, truth seeker. It's all coming in the book. Look at this. This picture's from the 144th day of the year, by the way. Jesuit order 144, like Sagittarius. Should have put that up here. Here's the 144th day of the year. Melania and Ivanka dressed for a funeral. Schmuck face. Just look at this fucking goon. I don't care if you can't threaten the president. I want to take over this nation, and I want to put a fucking shotgun down this guy's mouth and blow his fucking head off on live TV. Fuck you, feds. And look at this fucking loser over here. Mr. Hidden Hand. Oh my God. This guy's not the president. We're supposed to be able to defend our enemies from foreign and domestic. That's what it says in the Constitution. All I see in Washington, D.C. is a bunch of enemies. A bunch of people selling us out. Bombing buildings in New York. Blaming it on men in caves. Fuck these people. They're not my government. I didn't choose to live in this fucking nation. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck the rules in this country. We need to stand up and fight, truth seeker. All right, until next time.